This is one of the single deadliest incidents for Israeli soldiers operating in Gaza that we've seen since the start of the war. According to the Israeli military, early Saturday morning at about 5:15 in the morning, an armored personnel carrier came under attack from what they described as a side bomb. Now, from their description, it's unclear if somehow this bomb was affixed to the armored vehicle or if it was fired at or as a projectile at the side of the vehicle. Now, the vehicle itself, the armored personnel carrier, was carrying explosives as part of a combat engineering unit, and somehow these exploded. Now, that's a problem for the Israeli military because it should be resistant to anything that would cause the explosives on board the armored personnel carrier to detonate. The explosion, the IDF says, was, quote, significant. And they say it was difficult then to locate the remains of the vehicle itself and the remains of the soldiers on board. This occurring in the Tal al-Sultan area of northwest Rafah, where the Israeli military has been operating as they have slowly moved throughout the city there in southern Gaza. Now, the IDF says the incident itself is still under investigation. They have put out the name of at least one of the soldiers killed there as they work to notify the other families of the soldiers that were killed. Meanwhile, the Al-Qassam Brigade's Hamas's military wing says they laid a complex trap for an armored personnel carrier of the IDF. First, they say they attacked a military bulldozer, and then when an extraction unit or rescue unit came, that's when they say they fired a missile at that armored personnel carrier. We will learn more as the IDF's investigation into the incident continues. It's also worth pointing out that Rafah's civil defense unit says that there was continuous artillery fire and aerial shelling in the Tal al-Sultan neighborhood since early Saturday morning. They are likely describing the same incident there. Again, that is under investigation from the Israeli military. Meanwhile, as all of this is happening on Saturday night, widespread and large protests against the government, easily tens of thousands taking to the streets of Tel Aviv, but not just there, in Jerusalem and in other places as well. You see the anger, the frustration there at Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his government with far-right elements. In Haifa, Oren Lieberman, CNN.